Hey everyone, it's me Pratima. So the one thing that I've been saying a lot in my recent Motorola phone reviews is that they are great value for money devices. Like the Motorola G84 and the Edge 40, both of which offered so much for what they cost. And this guy, the Motorola Edge 40 Neo, I feel like is one of Motorola's best value for money phones in recent times, especially if you manage to get it during the ongoing festive offer deals and all. While it originally launched at a starting price of 24,000 rupees in India, Motorola has put it up for sale with a flat discount of 3,000 rupees right now, alongside some bank discounts to go with it. So at around 20,000 rupees, the Edge 40 Neo looks like a solid phone that impresses in more than one way. Okay, you can tell right away the design is easily one of the biggest highlights of the Edge 40 Neo. There are 3 color options to choose from, all created in collaboration with Pantone, and this soothing sea option that I have with me with its light shade of green looks really beautiful to my eyes. Add this curved back and a soft vegan leather finish into the mix, then you've got a phone that is absolutely incredible to hold. But faster wear and tear is always a concern with such leatherback phones, right? Which is why the Edge 40 Neo is also available in a beauty black shade with an acrylic or plastic finish. Or better yet, you can slap in this color matching case provided inside the box, which has a nice texture as well. Surprisingly enough, for such a thin and lightweight phone, the Edge 40 Neo also has got some heft to it. So all in all, Motorola has done a 10 on 10 job in terms of the design here. And it gets even better. Just like the more expensive Edge 40, the Edge 40 Neo also gets IP68 dust and water resistance. So whether you're out in the rain or you're gone for a swim or somewhere particularly dusty, it's going to live through all of it just fine. Likewise, I'm more than happy with its display as well. You're looking at a gorgeous 6.5 inches OLED panel with a full HD resolution, and there is a lot to love here. From vibrant colors to slim bezels, a smooth 144Hz refresh rate, and everything in between, this screen simply does not feel like something you typically find on a phone in the 20,000 price bracket. And I guess you guys already know I'm not a huge fan of curved displays, but a subtle one like this one, I don't mind at all. To be fair, the default saturated color mode with its full force of DCI-P3 gamut can look a bit too saturated to some folks, so if you're in that crowd, Motorola has got you covered with the natural color profile that looks much easier on the eyes. The Edge 40 Neo's buttery 144Hz refresh rate further elevates the experience. But with the auto refresh rate option, the phone switches between 1690 and 120Hz only. It never goes to 144Hz. One thing that has bugged me is that its auto brightness adjustment does not adapt to the ambient light as quickly as I would like sometimes. Anyway, Motorola says that this is an HDR10 certified screen, and I had no trouble playing my local HDR mastered videos or ones on YouTube, but the Edge 40 Neo cannot play HDR videos on Netflix just yet. The stereo speakers on this thing are pretty amazing too. The clarity is there and it gets quite loud as well. Obviously, you can't expect much in the bass department, but with a little bit of fiddling into the settings, the Edge 40 Neo can end up sounding much better. That brings me to the performance. Here, the Edge 40 Neo is powered by the Dimensity 7030 chipset, which is not the most capable processor you can find in this price segment. Yes, it does outperform the Snapdragon 695 quite comfortably, but falls behind similarly priced phones like the iQOO Z7 Pro and the Infinix 030, which bring much more powerful Dimensity 8020 and Dimensity 7200 chips. However, the Edge 40 Neo has been more than capable of keeping up with my day-to-day chores without slowing me down. This clean near-stock Android experience is an absolute blast to use. It's well designed, the multitasking is great, you can customize it to your heart's content, and there's a lot of incredibly useful features baked into it too. Motorola has also promised 2 years of OS and 3 years of security updates for the Edge 40 Neo, but sadly Motorola is not exactly known for timely software updates. We are in the middle of October already and my unit is still stuck on July security patch. So yeah, more than anything, Motorola really needs to up its update game fast. Okay, now talking about gaming, even though the Edge 14U is not the most capable gaming phone in its price range, you can get a half decent gaming experience here. I was getting near 60 FPS average on titles like PUBG Mobile and Asphalt 9, while Genshin Impact was playable at medium graphics with a little under 30 FPS too, which is not bad. But its slim build quality definitely takes a toll on the thermals when you're doing anything resource intensive as gaming, since the phone was nearly 40 degrees Celsius in all three of them after just 15 minutes into the games. And in games like Mech Arena, where the phone is attempting to push around 120 frames every second, it quickly dips to 90 or 95 FPS. Okay, now let's talk about the cameras. First things first, I really appreciate the fact that Motorola has given a proper dual camera setup on the Edge 14 Neo with a 50 megapixel primary and a 13 megapixel ultra wide angle shooter. But I think the actual camera experience could have been better here. The Edge 14 Neo prefers really punchy colors, warmer tones, and a pinch of additional contrast that can come off looking very unnatural and compromise the dynamic range at times. Whereas I also noticed some over-sharpening going on here. This type of processing does look nice sometimes, but yeah, Motorola does have some work cut out for itself in terms of optimizing the cameras. Surprisingly enough, its ultra-wide-angle shots preserve better white balance than those from the main camera, and although it clearly cannot compete in terms of details, the Edge 14 Neo's ultra-wide photos are pretty decent overall for the price. Motorola's punchy and contrasty processing can be seen in portraits as well. Still, I like how you can shoot at 3 different focal lengths for better subject focus here. It's a simple digital crop and nothing more, but I found it to be quite handy. Likewise, the selfies from this thing are just okay-ish too. But I like that the Edge 14 Neo's low-light images come off really nice. It really preserves that essence of the night with fairly detailed and well-exposed shots. Highlight control can be tricky at times, but turning on night mode mostly does the trick. As for the videos, this guy can shoot at 4K 30 FPS from all of its 3 cameras. I was expecting the footages to come off wobbly and all, but Motorola has done a terrific job in terms of stabilization. Okay, finally, the Edge 14 Neo's battery life is an easy B+ in my books, which has been netting me out like 6 to 6.5 hours of screen on time on average, even on days with a lot of gaming, camera usage, and more. Juicing up its 5000 mAh battery is also pretty quick. You get this 68-watt adapter inside the box, which also supports power delivery charging, by the way, and it takes the phone from 0 to 50% in just under 15 minutes or around 42 minutes for a complete refill. So everybody, that was all for my full review of the Motorola Edge 14 Neo, and needless to say, this is one heck of a phone for some 20,000 rupees. What I especially love about it is that Motorola has not made any big, like, deal breaker kind of compromise to meet that price point. Yes, there are definitely a few things that could have been better here, including the camera optimization, software updates, and the haptics, but for the price, this thing is a solid choice that checks a lot of boxes. So everybody, that was all for my full review of the Moto Edge 14 Neo. Don't forget to check out our video on the best smartphone deals under 30,000 rupees from somewhere here. There are a couple of good options available, like the Poco F5 for 22,000, which is a gaming-centric phone, or the Moto Edge 40 for some 25,000. So you can get some good deals in there. With this, this is Pratima signing off. Thank you so much for watching.